Hey guys, what's happening? Charles and Chargers back with a quick video here. This is just a box recap of 1987 Fleer that I ripped off camera. Just a lot of packs, a lot of cards. Wanted to kind of take my time with it and enjoy it. When I was a kid, I opened mostly Topps and Donruss. I don't think I opened any 87 Fleer. So, won't waste any more time jabberjawing here. We'll just get right to it. These are just some cards I set aside. Ozzie Smith, Tim Raines, Ryne Sandberg, and speaking of Sandberg, also got this one right here that I cut from the bottom of the box. Cal Ripken, Kirby, John Kruk. Some of these I set aside just because I always liked the player growing up. Not necessarily a big name or anything like that, but just players I liked. Pete Rose, Hershiser, Bob Melvin, set him aside just because he's A's manager. Steve Garvey, one of my first favorite players, even though he killed me in '84 against the Cubbies. Fernando, Big Cat Galarraga, the Eck, Strawberry, Steve Carlton, Goose, the Magic Mets. Mainly set this one aside because Gary Carter, he was pretty cool. Don Mattingly, Steve Sax. I set this one aside because I got to meet him at it was a mall meeting back when he was with the White Sox back in the early 90s, I believe it was. There was 5 different guys there. Sax was one of them. He was a pretty nice guy. But it was cool for me because my dad brought us, and my dad's childhood hero growing up was Minnie Minoso, and Minnie was there, so it was pretty cool. I got to see my dad meet his childhood hero, so that was pretty cool. Gary Carter, Mike Schmidt, Brett Saberhagen, Sandberg and Dave Parker. Mainly set that aside for Sandberg. George Brett, Billy Bean, just because of A's, Andre Dawson, Harold Baines, Jesse Barfield, another Harold Baines, Ron Cey, he was my favorite Cub growing up, the Penguin. I really don't know why, I just always thought he was cool. Steve Carlton, 4,000 strikeouts, Dusty Baker, Dutch Dalton, he was always fun, especially at the, him, Kruk, the Lenny Dykstra, the 93 Phillies team, if I remember correctly. Tito, Terry Francona, just because. Paul Molitor, Joe Carter, Southpaws, Valenzuela and John Franco, Doc Gooden, Wade Boggs and Keith Hernandez. 300 game winners of Don Sutton and Phil Niekro. Pudge, Carlton Fisk, Alan Trammell, Benito Santiago. I set him aside just because he was Wilson Contreras for the Cubs right now. Reminds me of him a lot. The snap throws to first. Santiago, he would, there'd be times he'd sit on his rear end with his leg out and catch that way and still fire a strike to second base. He was kind of unique, so to speak. Bobby Bowe, he gets paid from the Mets for 1 year after Bryce Harper's contract expires, if I remember that correctly. I could be mistaken on that. And then these I just set aside just because they were pretty cool. Got Tim Raines, Steve Sax, Mike Schmidt, Tony Fernandez. That's it for that little stack. And now the big cards out of the bunch. Got Kirby Puckett All-Star. And then some Canseco's here. Got the Youthful Power with Pete Incaviglia. Pitcher's Nightmare, Canseco, Jim Rice, Kirby Puckett. Rookie All-Stars, Wally Joyner and Canseco. And then there was 10 cards. It was a list of 10 cards. They're like the best to get from 87 Fleer. I forgot what website had the 10, but anyway. Sluggers from the left side, Mattingly and Strawberry. Barry Larkin. Reggie Jackson. Nolan Ryan. Wade Boggs. Got the Will Clark. Roger Clemens. Got the Canseco. I was thrilled with that. And, of course, there's 2 cards in here that had little dings in them. This one right, that lower left corner, isn't the greatest. Barry Bonds. And that one's also got a ding in the lower left corner. I don't know if it's going to show up. Yeah, there it is right there, just a small crease. And then got the bow. Got the bow. So I was pretty happy with that. That was a fun box. It was a fun box to rip. Just, you know, something from the childhood, just kind of, like I said, I didn't really rip a lot of 87 Fleer. In fact, I don't think I opened any 87 Fleer as a kid. It was mainly Topps and Donruss. But that's all I got for this one, guys. I do have at least 3 more boxes to open on the channel here. Just some old school, early 90s basketball. I've got a, yeah, I'll wait for the video to come out, or to do the video, but got some old school basketball from the 90s. Got a couple baseball products coming. Just something to open. I cannot get any Bowman, 2020 Bowman at all. It's impossible. That's not on the secondhand market, I should say. So, anyway, guys, I've babbled enough. That's it for this one. Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. Talk to you later.